Hello there. Welcome to Blackphoenix Entertainment. We're going to do a fun video this time, requested by a subscriber, Allie. I've tagged her down below. She asked, what about shifting on a Can Am Spyder, especially the older Can Am Spyders with the 998 motors and the 5-speed transmissions? Well, as you can see, I'm in my favorite industrial park. Let's do some riding, some shifting, and let's talk about it. See you after the intro. So, here we are, back in my favorite area. Be able to ride, do some different shifting patterns, go into some different scenarios for you guys. So let's talk about these older 2014 and under 998 motor Spyders with the 5-speed transmissions. They are very high revving motors with a interesting power band. So, switch to the helmet cam here. You can see, very high revving. The rev limiter, you've got probably around 9,000, 9,500. Some of them are 10,000, and that's year dependent. It really depends on the tune and the year of your Spyder. So don't worry, if you hit a rev limiter at 9,000, someone else at 10, don't worry about it, not a big deal. Now, I'm talking about Spyders in their stock form. No tune, no nothing. That's basically what I'm going to be talking about here, where you should be shifting, why you should be shifting, what you're doing, and maybe some tips and tricks that you should be doing. Now, let's switch back to the helmet cam. Your power band starts around here, 5,000 RPMs. Stock Spyder. That's where it likes to hang. It likes to hang cruising around 5,000 RPMs. You want to shift, usually 6,000, I would say, because then it would drop you back down enough. Regular driving, regular riding. Alright, Spyder's fired up. We're ready to go. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this 5,000 RPMs for a little bit. And we'll go for a little ride and explain a little bit more about it. Alright, so shifting. I'm in neutral. I've got my foot on the brake. I actually don't have to. So you see, I take my foot off the brake. If I want to shift into first, I don't have to. I can shift into neutral without being on the brake. The only time when you have to is if something happens and your Spyder stalls out or you shut it off and you happen to be in first gear. It's going to want you to be on the brake to start it and to get it out of that gear. It's a really tricky thing, and that's almost a whole nother little video on its own, but that's just a little tip right there. But let's get moving. Alright, so no one's around. Just roll on the throttle, first gear. Nice and easy. So, give that little shift at 5,500. See how it drops by about 1,000 RPMs when you shift at 5,500? Drops down to about 4,500. You're right there, right in the power band. Coming up to the stop sign, off the throttle, completely off the throttle, my hand's off of it. It's going to downshift for you. That's it. When you're coming to a stop, that should be your plan. Roll completely off the throttle, let the Spyder downshift for you. So we're going to come up to another stop sign here. I'm in third gear, actually. Alright, watch. I'm in fourth gear now. I'm just going to let it shift down for me. Off the throttle, on the brake. There you go. You can hear it. Just downshifting. That's it. That's the easiest thing that I can tell you guys how to come to a stop on the Spyder while you're in like higher gears. Just let it do its thing. Just let it downshift on its own, roll off the throttle completely, do a little bit of engine braking, hit your brakes, and just come to a stop. As easy as that. Alright, rolling. There we go. 6,000, third gear. Drops you down to about 5,000 RPMs. Now I'm just going to cruise here. I'm just going to cruise. Third gear, around 4,500, 5,000 RPMs. That's it. That's all you need. Now, the reason I say that in stock form is Can Am didn't give it a lot of torque down low. You've really got to rev these motors out to find the power. So if you sit here, see, it'll let me shift into fourth gear, but now I'm down below 4,000 RPMs. On a stock Spyder, this thing would be lugging. You'd have a hard time with it, and I don't want to give people that assumption that, oh, I can just cruise below 4,000 RPMs on a stock Spyder, you really don't want to. Now, is it all bad? No. I'm just saying you're not going to have the power that you need, and you're going to have to downshift anyway. So, really, 5,000 RPMs, if you can get that into your head, that's where you want to be. All right. We talked about downshifting. We talked about where you really want to be in the RPM range. Let's talk about upshifting, because this kind of tricks people up a little bit. Normally, on motorcycles and manual transmissions, and this counts for manual transmission Spyders as well, you've got to kind of roll off the throttle, hit the clutch, and shift. On the automatics, you don't need to do that. Do not roll off this throttle if you've got a semi-automatic Spyder when you're upshifting. You don't have to. Hold the throttle steady where you're at and just hit the button. Let's go do some examples of that. So I'm coming from a stop. Just roll on the throttle, nice and easy. We'll let it get up to like 5,500 RPMs. Shift. Not off the throttle at all. I'm going to shift again. Boom. Done. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's, in a sense, it's called power shifting. You do it in cars and bikes like that, where you just stay on the throttle and you just keep shifting. Alright, now let's talk about manual downshifting. When you're rolling to a complete stop, it's fine. Like I said before earlier in the video, you don't have to do anything. Roll completely off the throttle, let the Spyder do its thing. When you only want to downshift one gear, just to make a turn or something like that, or just to slow down a little bit, it's a little bit different. So let's go over that. Alright, so I got myself in third gear. I'm coming up to a turn, and or something's going to make me want to slow down. What do I want to do? We're going to roll off the throttle, hit the downshift button, get back on the throttle. That's all you really need to do. Alright, so I picked up a little bit of speed here. I'm going to drop 2 gears. I'm going to show you guys what this is like. So, still, same thing. You want to slow down. Off the throttle. 1, 2. Done. That's it. Now you can roll back onto the throttle as needed. And one more thing before I go into an ending here. The Spyder will not let you do dumb things with a semi-automatic transmission. What do I mean by like that? It won't let you shift if it's going to put it into some sort of danger zone. It won't let you downshift if it's going to put you over the rev limiter or over a certain point. And it won't let you upshift if you're just not there yet. Like, it's not going to, look at, the Spyder's idling at about 1,500. If I roll to 2,000 RPMs, it's not going to let me shift. It's going to be like, what are you doing? You're going 5 miles an hour. No need to be in second gear. So don't worry about basically misshifting a semi-automatic transmission, because you can't do it. Alrighty, so I hope that helps some people out there. And thank you, Allie, for the suggestion. It's a lot of fun. When I get specific questions like that, I actually really enjoy doing the videos, because I try to think of things off the top of my head that, oh, you know, what would help people, you know, what's little tips, stuff like that. But it's awesome when my subscribers and my viewers give me those, you know, those questions themselves. That way I know, one, I'm specifically helping somebody. Two, it's something that you're asking for, instead of me just throwing darts at the wall and being like, hey, I hope this is a tip that you want. So, with all that being said, if you like what I'm doing, if you like this video, go down, do the commenting, do the subscribing, do the liking, do the sharing, because we want to become one of the better, bigger three-wheel channels out there on YouTube. And while you're down there, I've got some cool discount codes for you guys to save some money on some cool stuff on my very own Blackphoenix merchandise, and I still got my Lunafide deal. They got so much cool stuff, guys. If you've never heard of them or you've never checked them out, go check out the website. You can save some money with my discount code on something cool. And all that money that I make on any merchandise goes right back into the channel, so I can do cool stuff for all of you. So, enough rambling. Thank you very much to my flock, and continue rocking with the flock. I will see you guys on the next video.